You must write within the space of your paper provided. Those of you testing at home, you will be testing within a box, but you've got to wind your own time. You can write as much as you want, but you have 3 questions on one end and 2 on the other that you've got to distribute your time for. So let's look at a cross-period question. One similarity between the New Deal and the Great Society, New Deal being Dr. Webb's talk the other day, one difference between New Deal and Great Society, and one reason for difference. You will see these comparison cross-period questions, particularly those you pencil on paper. This is going to happen. You're going to get these on your exam. So let's look, you'd ask for this. Let's look at some real student work. This question from AP Classroom was actually on the national exam some time ago. And so let's look at this question, please. So the answers, or let's look at our answer that earns a point for part A, similarities. One similarity between the New Deal and the Great Society was the goal to lessen unemployment. Under the New Deal, the CCC, we got a piece of information there. Employed for park registration and other projects. Let's elaborate on what that means. Similarly, LBJ was motivated to stimulate the economy, provide jobs in rural Appalachia. What's this all mean? This area is among the poorest of the United States. LBJ decreased unemployment with these Great Society measures. So that's our similarity in what we're doing here. That earns a point for adequately talking between the two. This next one, real student answer, does not earn the point. Both New Deal and the Great Society held extensive emphasis on social programs. Period, full stop. There's not enough there. We've answered the question, but we have neither cited evidence nor elaborated upon its meaning. Remember, if we were talking about the rule of 9 or acing it from John Bukowski's model from Miami-Dade high schools in the Florida area. Not enough there. So it's lacking in that development. Part B, what's one difference? Different student response on this part that earns the point. One difference between the New Deal and the Great Society was the Great Society had an emphasis on civil rights, while the New Deal did not. That's going to be important later on in our talk. The Great Society included civil rights acts, we got evidence here, protect liberties of blacks both politically and socially. In contrast, the New Deal has no such legislation, and in fact, minorities receive much less benefits from it. That's going to be important when we get back to content here in a moment. Again, single sentence, New Deal programs put in place to seek Americans jobs or to relieve our nation's great economic distress. This doesn't really address the question of difference at all. It simply talks about the New Deal and walks away. This is insufficient. There's not enough depth there to earn the point. Lastly, what's one result here, or what resulted from it? Stock market crash of the 20s caused a massive panic. Before this, America had a laissez-faire economy, which didn't involve the government in politics. The stock market crash led to the Great Depression and the idea the government should regulate the economy. The New Deal was a reaction to this and focused mainly on improving only America's economy. Remember part C, you just had to grapple with one of these aspects, New Deal or Great Society. We've explained there. Our next one here, we clearly are conflating time periods in the wrong way. Johnson did not want to repeat the Great Depression. Well, he's doing this in the 60s during a time of relative prosperity and took precautions and measures to ensure Americans wouldn't go through it again. Roosevelt wants immediate action, and Johnson was a precaution if it ever happened again. That's not really even clear in a muddled sense what that actually means. This does not earn the point in that sense. Comparison of real student examples to walk through, and it doesn't take much. 2 additional sentences, 1 additional explanation, often is enough to push you over the hump between those who can earn the point and those who cannot. So back to our content, and why was that question important? Why was the previous content important? Now,